Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we are trying another 7 Seals. This time it's the Age of Leo. Yes, it's about the what's it called? These star symbols when you're born. Can't remember what it's called in English. Sternzeichen in Deutsch. So yeah. Star signs. This time it's the Leo, and what they are trying to bring out is that it is sweet and also really powerful. Like Leo is, I think it's the lion. So Zodiac, that's what it's called, Zodiac. So it's the Zodiac line of 7 Seals, and the Leo stands sweet and powerful. So what they do with sweet is it's actually a PX finish, 49.7% ABV. So 49 is pretty powerful, and the PX finish gives it a lot of sweetness. Yeah, the 7 Seals is the brand of Dr. Dolf Stockhausen, a very, very famous chemist. I think he invented the chemistry behind the modern diaper. And yeah, so he is a very wealthy man, and he wanted to make his own whiskey, and he wanted to revolutionize the whiskey industry. And he produced a process where you can speed up the maturation of a whiskey. And yeah, the thing is, it's a secret and it's patent, which is not, that is not possible. And people have looked up the patent, and during the patent, you have to explain how you do it. If you want to patent something, you have to share the knowledge around the world, so you can actually explain, hey, this is what I did. And if you patent it, you kind of give everybody the knowledge, but nobody's allowed to do your stuff commercially. If you have something patented, you are allowed to, I think, do it for your personal, what do you call it? Personal enjoyment or something. You're allowed to use patents for personal enjoyment, and you are also allowed to research stuff that is patent. So you're allowed to rebuild something that is patent for research, but you're not allowed to sell it in any commercial way or advertise for it in any commercial way. So, but we do know how this process works, and we will not spoil it here. You can have a look if you find the secret patent, because the patents are very inflationary, and so you can hide a lot of knowledge within the big patent databases that there are out there. I've actually did study. That was my non-mechanical engineering subject that I took during university. I did mechanical engineering, and when you have to do one that is not to do with mechanical engineering, so I did one course of patent and licensing, I think it was called, and that was very interesting how patents work, and that was really good. So yeah, anyway. The motto of 7 Seals is it's not about the time, it's about the flavor. So yeah, let's have a look at the flavor then. Ooh, it's very overwhelmingly sweet and oaky. Yeah, they really do know how to get the cask into that bottle, and into that liquid. So it's always unbelievable how they do such a huge amount of oak into the glass with these 7 Seals. And yeah, it's a triple wood. First of all, triple wood, and then a double PX sherry finish. What I do love about 7 Seals is we had a lot of people trying to speed up the maturation process of whiskey. We had people who used staves. They still do that, and it speeds it up a little bit. They had wood chips, and they had pressure maturation and oxygen in there. What I do love about this one is that somehow he gets a reductive maturation as well, because usually when you have these special methods, you get a lot of additive maturation and not enough reductive maturation. here with the Seven Seals, you do realize, okay, the additive maturation is dominant, but they do have enough reductive maturation that it's a good product. So I do like their process. It's still a bit different to what you know as of a classical gin, classical whiskey, but it's a good whiskey. Oh, very round for 50. Oh, when you swallow it, oh, you do realize 50% ones. Yes, very intense and a good amount of sweetness. Strangely enough, it feels a little bit more of this caramel, vanilla. I would have said more of a double oaked one. It has a bit of a pelty feeling on my tongue. When when you have a whiskey that has a very, very much sherry, let's say that way. There are some whiskeys that have a lot of pelty feeling in your mouth because of an over amount of sherry. So, is this an over amount of sherry? I would say depends. Depends on how much you like the sherry. But strangely enough, it's not that typical PX finish. You have a bit of a acidic citrus touch to it. It's not upfront. It's more in the time-wise medium to finish of the enjoyment of the taste. Strange. So I do find it a mixture between intense oak, citrus freshness, and PX or licorice sweetness, honey sweetness, like that sticky sweetness, I would say. Yeah. These Seven Seals always a bit strange to me, as they are a bit different. They are a little bit different to what you know of a normal whiskey. They are Swiss whiskey, so they are not Scotch. They are from Switzerland, but they are very, very close to what they have in Scotland, and all carry no age stain, but at least 3 years old. And it's amazing what they can do with these very young whiskies and have flavors that you only find in a lot older whiskeys. So wondrous bunch of bottles that you get from these Swiss guys. Yeah. So yeah, that was it with my take on the Seven Seals, the Age of Leo PX finish. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.